Mic check 1 2 1 2. We back. This is Dontalk episode 2. We doing something a little different today. We coming straight from Miami, Florida today. Not the usual, but I got a special guest with me that told me that I didn't know him from a hole in the wall. I just hit him on a DM, and I sent him the first episode we did with a message saying we'll come to you, because somebody that another person that I like to I like to pick his brain. So and he hit me back directly and said, okay. So we made it happen for the second episode. And I appreciate him, because this is, he's like a viral influencer, if you call it, a motivational speaker, you call it. People are very familiar with him. So for him to do this for me, for my second episode, is really big. And I don't want to act like it's not. So I really appreciate him coming. But before I get to him, shout out to the listeners that have been reaching out to tell me they enjoy what's going on. I feel like I don't have any haters, because nobody told me they didn't like it. You know what I mean? So all I got was positive feedback, and I appreciate you, because I don't care who you think you are. You're nothing without the people. So if the people is behind you, then you're everything. So, and I understand that, and we're gonna keep it going for you. Again, the love is appreciated. This is episode 2. My man Bugatti Black, who usually be with me, he was away on Vegas celebrating his cousin's birthday, so he couldn't be here. I told him go ahead and do his thing. So I'm here in Miami now. Now, if you like real shit, then you in for a treat today, cause I got the one and only Shabazz, the OG. You did. The OG. I'm talking toothpick in his mouth OG. real OG. Not just the OG with the underscore and the Instagram name. No. They call him OG.
Real life shit. Real life.
How you been, man?
I can't complain, homie. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here. Every day above ground is a good one. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, especially these days.
Yeah, these days. These wild days. But I'm good, though. I'm good.
All right, like I say, your intellectual videos, you post, they they go viral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People like what you're doing, like what you say. I like what you're doing. You know what I mean? So
right.
And that's all right. We can edit that.
We gotta charge them for that, though.
Yeah, we should be like, we need a free
disruption. Damn, like she just barged in. Like that was a barge.
Like I said, his intellectual videos are enjoyed by myself and others, So if I could describe it, would be like a viral mentor, somewhat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you had to deal with these clients one-on-one, it'd be too many. You know what I'm saying? So you reach them still. You know what I'm saying? So
I do it though.
Yeah.
I do it.
Yeah. I mean, I know you do it. You that's how you got to me. Look, you had to see what I was saying. I appreciate you for accepting that. Well, clicking. You got to accept it first, right? And then people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, this is really big for me. I appreciate it for real. So, like, especially in the climate the world is in now, we need more you. Right. We need more people talking real shit. You know what I'm saying? So, there's some things that you discuss on your Instagram, like you make the video, you post the or whatever situation you feel like talking about, you post it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's a couple of things that I want to take the conversation to.
Okay.
Like, we could talk about what's going on in the streets or whatever with the youth or whatever, but I want to talk to men. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could do this with you. You know what I'm saying? Because of how you explain things and how you know what I mean?
Right.
So there's a guy that was on your Instagram, and he had you posted him. He was like, "Oh, I'm in a regular old car.
Yeah.
It's mine's." Now, the thing you took with that was self-confidence in men.
Exactly.
Right. Now, these days, people feel like they need material things, you know what I'm saying, just to be somebody. You know what I'm saying? and men lack self-confidence. You know what I'm saying? And those videos help people understand, like, you don't really need that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really need to fall into the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, you could talk about it, baby. That's it. I mean,
well, I see when I put up videos like that, like I always go a little deeper beyond like what's on the surface of the dialogue, right?
Right.
So when he say, you know, yeah, you see this car back here, you know, it's a regular car, nothing special. It ain't a vet, you know, it ain't a Lambo, but it's mine. And it's gonna get me from point A to point B.
Right.
You know, actually he said A to Z to quote him, you know, accurately. A lot of dudes don't think like that. Like a lot of people got a problem embracing their reality, right?
Right.
Your reality can be this today, but it could change tomorrow. You know, and essentially it's up to you to, you know, have that type of mind frame, have that type of heart, have that type of drive, that type of vision. So, like I was having this conversation yesterday, we have different levels and different pockets of what the world is made up of. We got the real world that we call the real world. People work every day, pay bills, come home from work at 6:30, eat dinner, you know, play with your kids, make love to your wife, go to sleep, and back up the next day. Like it's a routine. That's the quote-unquote real world. Then you got the fast lane, you know, the hustlers, the jostlers, the, you know what I mean, the hoes, the pimps, the gigolos, you know. You got that world. That's a whole world. Then you got prison. You know, that's another world. You know, so like we got prison, we got a prison world, we got a fast life world, and then we had what you call the regular world. But now we got a new world added, social media. Like that's a whole new world. It's a world in itself because it's influencing, it's guiding, it's advising. Like people are really living their lives based on that world.
And that's why, like, I wanted to get you up here and talk about what you're doing because, like I said, you were OG. I ain't gonna ask how old you are. OG.
I'm 52. I say that with pride.
Okay.
52, baby.
I didn't have to ask. See,
yeah, 52.
I would see.
They ain't never got to worry about me not saying how old I am. Cause
see, let me. This is good.
ain't looking like this.
This is good journalism because I was hoping he did that. Now, anyway.
Yeah, let's get it. 52.
Without me asking.
52.
See, a lot of guys like that's really some guys your age. They really are on the internet in that world pushing wrong agendas.
Yeah, no question. You know why? Because what social media did, like I said, is that world. You know, just spinning off of what we were saying about homie. Like he's confident. He's not somebody that got caught up in that world. Like a lot of dudes won't relent to that reality that they have, right? Because what social media did, it gave dudes, you know, like I come up in the 80s in the street. Like I was in the street when crack first hit, you know, so I know about the guys who was really tearing it up when the game really first got started in certain cities, right? So I saw a lot. I did a lot. I'm 52. I was popping bottles at 22. Like when I say I ain't stood in the line since 89, I really mean that. Like I've been a VIP type nigga. So like social media didn't bring me notoriety.
Right.
It did that for a lot of guys.
You was an OG before IG.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean, yeah, I became an OG. I became an OG as time progressed because I was raised by real ones.
Right.
I was raised by real OGs. I was raised by niggas who, when we took pictures, you didn't know who the boss was because everybody shining. You know, my OG Muhammad wouldn't. It wasn't no such thing as you coming out tonight and you ain't got no jewelry on. If everybody else got jewelry on, go back in the house, get one of my rings, get one of my. I don't care if you got on a bracelet. You putting on some jewelry. That's how he operated. That's how he handled me. You know, and when I first started dating my son's mother, who became my wife, and when I went on my first date, he made sure I went out in his Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a Thunderbird. He's like, nah, you're not going, not her. She was super bad. So he like, nah, no, you're not going to pick her up in the bird. You got to take this 560. You know what I mean? The 560 SEL.
Now you see how you just explained the OGs of before, right? Now these days, right? Like,
man, come on. Yeah,
they not see they'll have the bins, you know. You see that? I understand because somebody did this for me. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a Mercedes. I ain't have a car at all. But somebody older than me said, "Here, boom, bar." You know what I'm saying? To fuck with a lot of older dudes when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why I am how I am now, because I never like when you hang around older dudes, it's smooth. Right. You know what I'm saying? The party is smooth. So it's like I was around that. I was always around smooth shit. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying. Like, so these days, like if the older dudes, they're not doing that with the youngins no more. You know what I'm saying? And I don't and maybe the youngest don't deserve to have the car. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
No, it's not even that, because you can't blame them. See, the older guys that don't do that is for two reasons. They never had it. And that's the point that I was getting towards. Like, you got dudes that, you know, I don't, you know, for a lack of a better term, I would say nobodies. They was nobodies in the sectors that they was in the street. Instagram gave a lot of dudes that wasn't getting no chicks, wasn't getting no attention. It gave a lot of dudes an opportunity to build a facade. Like, you don't know who they are. Like, they can put on they can borrow a couple pieces. They can get a car and they can push, you know, all the dirty clothes to the side and push them in the closet,
whole new show,
and put on the out and take a picture and post it, and then it's like, oh shit, who that? But like, that's not really their life. So a lot of dudes got caught up into that, and they use social media to be something that they always wanted to be that they never was. Then you got the older dudes who stopped getting money because the drug game dried up in a lot of areas. A lot of older dudes went to prison, came home. Nowadays, over the course of the last couple of years, you'll see that the hustle changed, you know, to digital and cyber. Like, these young dudes know how to play with them checks and credit cards and banks, and these older dudes don't know how to do that. We dinosaurs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we, you know, I couldn't do a check fraud or scam if I wanted to. I'm going straight to prison. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The hustle changed. So now you got a dude 46 years old, and this dude 26, and this dude 26 years old, he getting a bag. He got wild chicks. He got the illest will. He doing his thing. He 26. Now you got a dude that's 26 years his senior, you know, 20 years his senior, and this is a dude that's supposed to be guiding this young guy. You understand what I'm saying? But instead, he not getting no money, right? He don't know how to get no money. He can't sell no drugs, and he don't understand the new hustle, and he still want to live that lifestyle, but and he won't go get a job. So what ends up happening? The older dude ends up dick riding a younger nigga because he got more money than him, and now the older nigga calling the young nigga big homie. What's up, big homie? What the fuck are you talking about?
Nigga, I was 20 when you was born.
I don't give a fuck how much money a young nigga got. I will never call a nigga that much younger than me. I'm not calling no dude younger than me big homie. It's not happening. I'm not even calling a nigga my age big homie. So dudes have fucked up the protocol and the respect of what a big homie is, what an OG is. Like, they have put it and placed the value of an OG on what you have and not what you know.
Right.
And not how you carry and conduct yourself.
They let you be part of the gang.
Yeah, like you an OG, you know, they calling niggas OGs because
a big part of the game because of what you have these days. So you're right. It's fucked up out here.
Yeah, it's twisted. So like I never got I don't get caught up in that because like I learned, you know, we all had stages in our life where, you know, we looked up to somebody, or you had influences, or, you know, you wanted to be like this person or that person. But at some point in life, you find yourself and you become comfortable with yourself. So then, like, once I reached that stage in life, and shit, it happened so long ago, I don't even remember when it happened for me. But, like, when I go in the room, I own the room. Whatever I want that room to feel, I don't care who in it, that's what that room gonna feel. I can walk in a room full of rappers. I can walk in a room full of executives. I can walk in a room full of white people. whatever I want the room that I'm in to feel, that's what that room gonna feel, because that's the type of confidence I have in myself. And you know, my thing is, when I come through the door, either you're gonna see me, you're gonna hear me, or at the very least, you're gonna smell me, because I'm gonna have that shit on my body. You know, so my presence gonna be felt, and you gotta walk with that type of confidence, and make sure it don't teeter over into cockiness and arrogance. You know, with so people still understand how to respect you and your presence, and a lot of these dudes don't have that.
It's some people that's not even gonna understand how to take what you just said. But see, that right there is what you call real OG shit. It's not sugar coated. It's not nothing. It's just real shit. Take it how you want. But what you should do is take heed to it instead of looking at it as offense.
Oh yeah, foot the door. I'm coming in.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at it as offensive or something like that, because hey, there's nothing you could do about it. So it's either you get with it, you know what I'm saying, or because some people don't know how to take stuff like that. When some people talk, oh, he talking cocky. No, I know you feel.
Yeah, but see, that's what people and that's why I say it's a difference between. It's a difference between confidence, it's a difference between cockiness, and it's a difference between arrogance. I know how to turn all of them on and off as necessary. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you got to have some arrogance at times, depending on what you're doing. You know what I mean?
A lot of dudes like are doing things that they ending up in these ladies group chat, like, but like in a bad way, and they don't care. You see, now I don't know what to call what they are. They don't even see me. I care about that. Like if I'm not like, see, this what happened is a situation. I ain't gonna bring him up, but I ain't gonna bring up his name. But he went somewhere and it was like the girls was there and he tried to talk to all the girls, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then he was there. It was like, but then they started talking about like what he was doing, and it was like, oh yeah, he all in our DM, he and everybody DM.
They trying to work the room.
And I looked at that, right? No, it wasn't a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But I looked at that like I never want to be. That's why I don't like social media, dating, like meeting people on social media. I like meeting you in real life because I like, first of all, your pictures could be lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So.
Right. A lot of catfishing out there.
And I said to myself, that's why I don't DM women like I never want to be that, like, the topic of that conversation, because like, see, some people look at it like, all right, they talking about me, I don't care. But me, I look at it like, I don't want no women talking about me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, dudes have to understand, like, we was just talking about this on my live the other day about guys that go on women's DM because they, you know, we was talking about that WAP record. I never heard it in its totality until a couple of days ago. I played it on my live.
They made you go listen to it, huh? David?
No, on my live. The ladies is like, oh, you never heard the record, Baz? Play it. So I played it on my live. Yo, and I'm wilding because I'm laughing like, yo, this record is disgusting. This, like, they talking filthy. But I'm laughing because the women on there, they're like, oh, that's my shit. So I'm like, y'all better be careful, because it's a lot of dudes that be on my page that be creeping. They don't be commenting, but they're gonna be watching, seeing who said they like that song, and they're gonna be diving in your DM like a swimming pool.
You know, I got a problem with the dudes that don't like the song. Not only do you don't like the song, but you made a video about like Nicki Minaj. I mean, like, excuse me, like Cardi B and Megan, like, actually said to tell, listen, they didn't. I don't think they made the song for the kids. I think that was for adult entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Dog, let me tell you something. Pardon me for cutting you off. Them type of dudes, them to be the main niggas trying to get chicks with their dialogue. That's why they talk shit like that.
Yeah, but why would you get on it? They was upset. This what he did. This what he said that fucked me up. He said at the end, he said, man, the whole song was about pussy. The whole song was about pussy. I didn't hear the song yet. When he said that, I went just like, all right. I went, all right, the whole song. See, me, I took it different. The whole song is about what? The whole song is about pussy. All right, listen, I'm a guy. Right. Let me see what they talking about.
They're not talking about nothing. They're talking about...
It's not for us.
It's not even that.
It's not for us to recite.
It's not even about who it's for, who recited. You know, when they get on there talking about they supposed to be representing for the young girls, and no, they're not. Like, they act like Megan and Cardi and Nicki, like, this nasty shit ain't just started.
Right, they acting like this is something that, like, there's a part of the song called "There's Some Hoes in This House." Now that is
even before then,
old
we
song.
can go back
They act like they just wrote that.
Provocative, sexy women, sexual shit.
This ain't nothing new.
This ain't new. Like, you got records from back then.
You know how you watch, yo, these dudes, this their first song?
Right.
They never heard of Little
but
Kim.
this is the thing. Everything
Real.
They never heard of Little
Way
Kim.
back, right.
they have, right? They have opportunity on social media, right? To say things to garnish attention to themselves, to make themselves appear to be conscious, or what they call woke, or what they like to say, they care about the kids, and they put these dialogues up so they could get women in their corner, cheering them on. But they don't understand, like, real women see through those plays.
Right.
It's just like when they was talking about, when I was telling them these dudes gonna be in y'all DM, that when they see y'all saying how much y'all like this record, and that's my record, that's my song, and this lady was like, yeah, as long as they don't come in here talking that, hey queen, hey beautiful shit, because they don't like that. They see through it. Like, don't go in they DM talking about good evening beautiful, or hello my queen. Listen, man, get to it. Go ahead and tell me what you're here for, so I can tell you yay or nay. Because women understand, like, you coming in that DM trying to finesse your way into that box, and they see through it. They see through it. So when you dealing with this whole approach, man, like I said, you got to have the right amount of confidence. You got to have the right amount of arrogance, and you got to have the right amount of cockiness, and you got to know how to put all that shit together and make it all play off one another, especially when you're going in there dealing with, trying to talk to these women.
I like to talk about stuff that people don't really talk about, like,
Right.
Like we street dudes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's from Philly, he's from Brooklyn, so we could talk about the other stuff, but I'd rather talk about stuff that people don't talk about that they should talk about.
Right.
So the billions, we was kind of just talking about that, like, control of the mind, and about how, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How people want you to think. And when you watch these TVs and you listen to these radios, all of them are pushing the same thing because they want you to think this. Now, I got from your Instagram, like, you like me, like, you are tired of wearing a fucking mask. Like, you get tired of being asked about wearing a mask. Like, you said something on there, you said, listen, if we all gonna wear masks, you don't feel you should wear a mask because the masks that y'all asking us to wear are not effective. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, they got people, like, having fights. Like, it's a lot going on just about this fucking mask. A lot. Like, it's a lot of fights going on. It's shootings going on because of this shit. Somebody ain't wear their mask, and it's going down because of this. What you feel about that?
It's bullshit. Listen. See, I just said a minute ago, right? I don't read a lot of books, and that's not me being ignorant. That's just me understanding myself. Like, I tell people, I never played a game of chess in my life on the board, because I've been playing chess in real life, right? So a lot of stuff that people read in books, I'm living it. I'm understanding it because it's my life, right? I tell people, pay attention to everything. Don't ignore anything, and always apply critical thinking along with your common sense. That's how I live life. That's what makes life easy, right? The mask shit. When the coronavirus started, they told us it was similar to what?
The flu.
Similar to the flu. That's what we first heard when we first heard about this shit back in March. Coronavirus, similar to the flu. Wash your hands, sanitize, wipe the countertop down. The virus can live for 9 minutes. All this other shit, right? The flu. The flu done killed thousands, right? Now, fast forward, the coronavirus went from a virus to being called a disease. But when it started, it was a virus. Somehow it ended up being a deadly disease that's affecting black people and Hispanics more than anybody else in the world, right? Now, when I started using my common sense, we was first told, if you don't have a KN95 or an N95 mask, those are the only masks that are protective. right? That's what we was told. Somewhere along the line, do-rags, bandanas, panties, scarves, ace bandages, this dumb shit I be seeing people doing with the t-shirt, everything became acceptable. Just cover up your fucking face. Whether it's working or not, we need your face covered. That's when I started to realize this shit is cultish. Just do what we say do. And a lot of people bought into the bullshit, right? So now I asked somebody, I said, pay attention. You can go everywhere now. No matter where you go, you gotta have this mask on, correct? But if Dominique, Mello, Easy, Randy, me, if one of our loved ones get into an accident, fuck speculating. Real talk. We was at breakfast the other day. This proves my point. We was at breakfast the other day. Me and this man. He gets a phone call mid-breakfast. One of his close homies, like a family member to him, in a car accident in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. He gets on the phone immediately. Bang, book his flight. I take him home. He get a bag. He about to blow. Homie wife say, Randy, don't fly up here. I'm sitting in the parking lot. They're not going to let you in the hospital. You can go every fucking where in the world with a mask on except the hospital to see your loved ones. Why? Why is the hospital the only place you can't go? You can go in the store, gas station, skating rink, strip club, restaurant. You can go everywhere as long as you got your mask on. But if you try to go to that fucking hospital with your loved ones, you put on pause. People's loved ones are dying. The lady that do my nails, her mother was in the hospital with corona. I hate even saying people got that shit. I don't even like using the term. But it is what it is. And her mother passed away. Mother was in the hospital for 2 weeks. She got to talk to her mother on FaceTime. That shit is whack, dog. So you mean to tell me people not smart enough to understand that it's bullshit going on in these hospitals? Like, you think it's a conspiracy theory? Like, it's real. Ask yourself, why the fuck can't I go to the hospital? My mother couldn't go to the hospital with her husband when her husband was feeling ill. They stopped my mom at the emergency door. Okay, we got it from here. So people not paying attention, like they want to. People don't like being uncomfortable, and people don't like going against the grain, and people don't like thinking for themselves. So whatever is told to them, they just rather go with the flow. I'm gonna do what I'm told.
Right now, to bring that up, I'm a person that don't believe in voting. Like, I believe it's unnecessary due to the fact that I'll bring up an example. Just the last election. Now, when we went to school, it was all right. It was either Kevin or Timothy. They voting for class president. Whoever get the most votes, that's the president. Now, I thought that's how voting went with the world until.
That's what voting is.
Right. That's how I thought. No, this is what they did last time. What they did was they said, right, you didn't win the popular vote, but what we'll do, we'll go to something called I never even heard of this until this.
Yeah, the electoral college.
Right. I never.
Look, they didn't just come about.
That
it's
wasn't
been that way.
That wasn't in global studies. That's what I'm trying to say. They didn't explain that part to us. We just thought that Bush was the popular vote, he won. No. Obama was the popular vote, he won. No. Until it got to Trump, and then it said.
Let me see. I feel the same way about voting. And again, critical thinking and common sense.
Now let me tell you. Now I said what I expressed what I said on Facebook. I mean what I felt on Facebook. Like, I don't believe in voting. Like, it don't make sense. This girl told me that I had a stupid way of thinking. I had a jailhouse mentality, right? She sent me a message saying, "Yo, you have a jailhouse mentality. I'm praying for you, and I'm following you, and I'm blocking you. I'm unfollowing you. I'm blocking you." Now, mind you, this is a girl right now. She go on my Facebook. The other day before she did this, I was looking at her. She one of them girls always on Facebook. Like, so if you scroll, you see her, and she just smoked mad blunts, right? And now I'm saying to myself, like, I should just unfollow. Like, I hate girls that smoke weed all fucking day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's one of those girls. I'm saying, so. And then when she did that, she's like, "Yo, you have a jailhouse mentality." I hit her back. I said, "No, you just don't know how to think for yourself. That's all." Like, certain shit, like, see, people these days will see shit that don't make sense and just wonder about it.
They're not even wondering. They're just afraid to challenge it, dog. Dog, listen to me.
No, I'm sure it doesn't make sense to them too. It can't.
No, they don't know if it makes sense or not because they're not internalizing it. They're not thinking it. They're not thinking rationally about it. But again, like, dog, life is not hard. We make shit complicated. We complicate shit. If you or anybody else in this room, right, it's safe to say that the government is one entity, right? Democrats and Republicans and all that other shit just happen to be faculties within that entity, though. But the government is an entity, right?
Right.
This entity is responsible for making the masses comfortable or allowing certain concessions for people to be able to live amicably and comfortably and so on. They're responsible for certain luxuries in the way in which we live, right? Okay. If you got let's just say a leaky roof at your house, and you call Randy's roofers to come fix the roof. And when they leave, it worked for a while, and then it started leaking again. And then you call Randy back, and he come back and he fix it, and then it worked for a little while again, right? You look up, and you done called Randy 46 times. 45 times you done called Randy to fix the same leaky roof. You gonna call him 46? When do you stop calling him? I tell motherfuckers, you done had 45 presidents, 45 promises. When are you gonna realize that this shit is not designed to fucking help you?
That's why I tell people.
When are you gonna realize that's their shit? Right. It's designed for a reason.
You don't see, people don't ever see this. How you know there's nobody that look like us that's there within the faculty. So that's how you know it's not for us.
Well, see, the problem is this: people really believe. Like, I got friends. It's a female friend of mine right now. She be damn near in tears because I won't get into politics. I told her, bitch, you crazy. They ain't gonna kill me. You got me fucked up. You're not gonna get me murdered. Because what they don't understand is this, right? I'm Shabazz the OG. Let me run for president and let me win. I'm no longer your Shabazz the OG. Right. I belong to them now.
Right.
I belong to them. Who you know me to be, the straightforward, shit-talking, slick-walking ass nigga. They not know. When I go into their shit, I'm going to be what they tell me to be. And now that I'm in this position, if I don't, they're going to knock my motherfucking head off.
Right.
And people, they forget that. They mad at Obama. Obama is not your president. Obama was not in office to do shit to change shit for black people.
You don't know.
He was in there to do what the fuck them people tell him to do, just like every other president. Newsflash: the president does not run the country, y'all. The fucking Congress does. The president takes orders. He does not dictate nothing. So when motherfuckers be talking that, oh, Donald Trump did more for black people. Donald Trump ain't did shit but do what the fuck them people said. Because if he don't, they gonna knock that toupee off his motherfucking shoulders. So this is the shit that I be trying. I'm not mad at nobody that want to vote. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at them. I'm just saying.
But like, don't beat me in my head with this shit, because I understand what's going on, and it's not because I'm so smart, and I just fucking pay attention, and it's just common sense.
Right. Shit like, don't make sense.
It's like, why the fuck do the president? Everybody get to go off the fuck the war except they kids, they nephews, they families. Like, you don't see how this shit work? This their shit. This is theirs. This ain't no different from me putting together a group or a gang or a faculty and I got the liberty to tell motherfuckers what to do, me and mines is protected. Because this our shit, so we run it. That government shit, that's their shit. They run that. So when people start talking about if you don't vote at all, that counts as a vote for Donald Trump and all that other shit, I'm not mad, because some of my friends feel like that and I love them dearly. But at the end of the fucking day, what's today's date? August 17th, 2020 at 4:12 in the PM, Monday. They already know who the fucking president gonna be in November. They know right now. Them motherfucking votes don't mean nothing, and I'm gonna tell you why. When were we able, as black people, to stop racism? When were we able to stop police brutality? We don't got the power, right, to do either. So where the fuck do we get all this power from to say who's gonna run the country?
All of a sudden.
We ain't gonna let you decide about police brutality. We ain't gonna let you, y'all can't stop that. Y'all can't stop this other shit either. But I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna let y'all do. We're gonna let you leave work early. Let you take a half a day. We're gonna let you rush downtown to the spot, stand in line, and we're gonna give you a little button. So you can say, I voted. Because your vote matters. Now watch this. The candidates ain't nothing but motherfucking car salesmen. They ain't nothing but salesmen. They pitching. They pitching. They hustlers. They no good niggas in the street trying to get some pussy. Saying what the bitch want to hear. You understand what I'm saying? Saying whatever she need to hear to get.
I know. I feel the exact same way. So I know what you mean, man.
So this is where they missed the point.
You're just breaking it down for them right now.
This is
See, I'm glad it's somebody else that's doing this shit. No, I don't even want guy.
So when they make all these promises, and then in the first 4 years, the shit don't fly, what happens? Oh, listen. What you said you was gonna, and you said when you was going your campaign trail, you said you was gonna do this and you said you was gonna do that. 4 years, we 4 years in and you didn't do it. Well, listen, I know what I said, but I promise you, listen, just give me another just go back, give me your vote again, give me another 4 years, and I guarantee you we'll get it right this time. Like, what's wrong with, you know what? I got some sense. I got some strength. I got willpower. I got some get up and go in me. I'm just going to get up every day and go get me a job or find me some way to support myself and live my life that way. I'm 52. Never in my entire life, in my struggles, my successes, my ups, or my downs, have I ever said, this would be different for me if such and such was the president, or if such and such wasn't the president. That world benefits us in some capacities, but no matter who is the president, no matter who you vote for, it will never be in its totality that everybody is happy. It's not designed that way.
Right.
It's not designed for this president to come in and make everybody happy. Some people are going to always have a reason to rejoice because whatever he or whoever the president and vice president is, there's always going to be somebody who benefited from what that person did, and those people are going to be happy. And then you're going to have some people who are going to suffer and feel remnants and ramifications from what that person did or didn't do. So it's never going to be that in its totality. So why not do what my man Emory Jones say and bet on yourself?
Like, we might as well just vote for Kanye. Because fuck it. Yeah, shit ain't gonna matter.
Man, don't vote for Kanye. They're gonna kill him. I don't want nobody that we give a fuck about.
At the end of the day, if Kanye vote for president knowing that, then that's suicide. Hey, vote for Kanye.
Listen,
he want to die, man.
Because
he should have knew.
If you love somebody, you should not want them to be in that high level of office. Because they are not going to be who you know them to be. They're going to have to change. Because they're going to do what them people say, man. People see, we laugh at that. Like, I had to learn this about Donald Trump. I used to be on that fuck Trump shit. He a racist. And then I had to start paying attention. You know what? He just a dickhead. He just an asshole that say whatever he has a script that he's supposed to follow, but he's retarded enough to go off script when he feel like it.
If you think Trump is bright enough to run the fucking, even this part of the world, fuck the world, even this part of the world, even this little section right here, then you don't lost your fucking mind.
Donald Trump is...
That should have told you that Donald Trump doesn't matter. He doesn't run the world. You know what I'm saying? He don't even know what the fuck is going on. He with us.
Donald Trump is a motherfucking... Donald Trump is damn near a street rapper. Donald Trump one of us. Donald Trump a real nigga.
He's pushing his mixtape.
Trump need to have a mixtape coming out.
Before he was the president, he got pictures with rappers. He been partying with them. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, Trump need to be popping some bop because dog, he's so aloof. Like I had to really understand after a while what's going on, you know, and pay attention to this shit. It's like, yo, this can't be real. So when you start to pay attention to it, it's like, nah, you know what? This man is in the position that they want him in. He's doing exactly what he's being allowed to do. But if you notice in them press conferences, whenever he get too far gone, they pull his ass off that microphone. They get his ass up off that mic. When they feel like he can really start skipping bars and going into his own rhymes, yeah, get him the fuck out.
Okay. Japan's on the line. We gotta go.
Yeah, they get him the fuck because they know he can get on the bullshit because he old too now.
Yeah,
you know he got some shit going on in his head, so he gonna
turn
go
to
off
senile and shit.
Yeah, he gonna go off script. So when he start going too far, you know they're gonna let him teeter totter into some funny shit like he did to the man the other day when the man asked him, you know, are you ashamed of the lies you've been telling? And he said, is who ashamed? Of what lies? You. Lies? Yeah. Oh, all right, next question, please. He ignored the shit out of that man. They gonna let him do shit like that all day long. But when he starts saying some shit that make it look like he too cool with Putin or Kim Jong-un and all these other, when he start getting too fucked up with that dialogue, they start talking to him that little shit in them ears. They get him the fuck off that microphone before he say the wrong shit.
Wrap this up, Carrot Top.
Yeah, get him the fuck out.
That's enough.
Go give him his medication. But I'm not. You know, we live in a hopeful country, right? And we live in a society where people hang on to hope, and people believe in democracy, and people find it hard. Like I put up a post the other day about the newscaster dude. Well, I don't know if he was an actual newscaster, but it was in that type of forum, and he was talking about how treacherous our government is, and they pedophiles, and you know he was talking about all that kind of stuff. And somebody DM'd me and asked me, "OG, do you really believe that?" And I told him, absolutely. Like. And you should be mindful if you don't believe it. You know, a broken clock is right twice a day. Like, you got to pay attention to this stuff. You don't have to believe every sentence and every period and every question mark. You understand what I'm saying? But listen to dialogue. Hence, my whole paradigm is pay attention to everything and don't ignore anything. Pay attention to this shit. But use your critical thinking and your common sense to pull out, you know, what you deem worthy of applying. Because this shit is real. These people really do play with kids. These people really do worship the devil. These people do have an elite society. This shit is real. Now, you can not believe it if you want to, but when you start putting common sense together, on our level of life, if you want to start this podcast and you want this podcast to go from audio to visual to a bigger platform, somewhere along the line, as you taking those steps of progression and success, you're going to have to make what? Sacrifices. You're going to have to not do this. You're going to have to not do that. In order to get what you want in life, at times, sacrifices have to be made. So what changes when you get to the level of 800 million 30 million and 50 million and 100 million. You think of no sacrifices being made at that level? It's just a matter of what's getting sacrificed or who. But there's some sacrificing going on. It's only because to think that it doesn't would defy how life operates. If we make sacrifices on this level of not having no fucking money, you think ain't no sacrifices being made nowhere else? It's just a different type of sacrifice. Now, what those sacrifices are, now that's when it gets to remain to be seen. But it goes from everything from this to that. But people don't want to, like, what happens is, if you notice in the culture, a lot of people like to regurgitate and repeat shit just because they heard it. Like, I'm so fucking sick of people talking about.
Yeah, Google. That's the Google. Because everybody could just click on and act like they knew.
Donald Trump did more for black people, but they saying that because that's what they heard somebody else say. They don't even know why or what Donald Trump did.
Right.
You know, so we have a lot of people that just repeat things. So you got a lot of people who repeat things about secret societies, the Illuminati. They don't really know. They just repeating, but then they don't really know whether it exists or not. So the ones who say, man, that shit ain't real, how the fuck? They don't know. But if you pay attention and just understand certain things and put certain things together and watch certain people's movements and watch certain images and watch certain symbolisms and then talk to some people who know some things and just do a little research. Sometimes Google can be your friend, but just look into some shit and then just use your own mind. You might not be able to pinpoint and say, this is going on for sure. But what you won't be able to do is say, it's not going on for sure.
Right.
And that gray area is where the truth is lying at. That's where the truth is lying at. So you just have to be able to decipher and differentiate, from what's being told and what you willing to look into on your own. Like this shit ain't, it doesn't have to be rocket science. But people are lazy, they're intellectually lazy. They don't want to look into nothing. So people just rather hear a lot of shit and repeat it versus trying to find out whether or not it has, at the very least, some form of validity. Don't even have to be necessarily true.
I just be amazed at the way they explain it to you, like how they explain it to you as if they heard it from the horse's mouth. Like, it's crazy. People would just tell you some shit. Be like, I heard the same shit on Channel 5, bet you lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You just repeating some shit.
It's just like the whole Jeffrey Epstein Island shit, right? With people on the flight log and all of that, right? Oh, OG, they got Akon was on the flight log. This one, that one, Will Smith, like all these, all our people on the flight log to Epstein Island. Okay, cool.
I don't think they if they was there, they probably wasn't on the same one. Or a different resort.
Let's just say let's just say they was on the same island where the shit was going on at. Fuck it. One island, one flight log, one plane, everybody went to the same destination. At the end of the day, the flight log of them going to the island is not a definitive indicator that those people went there to fuck with no kids. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if that was going on there and you went there and you understood or found out that that's what was going on and then you went back there after that, now you got some form of culpability, right? But people so quick, oh, such and such is on that flight log. Okay. They got a thing called a manifest on every airplane that you get on. It's a list of everybody that's on the plane. It was motherfuckers on the plane with the hijackers too. It was names on that manifest, but they was hostages. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Just because a name is on a flight log don't make them guilty of what went on when the plane landed where it was going. Unless you have proof that that's what the flight intention, that they flew there to intentionally do that. But because people know what Jeffrey Epstein was supposedly been doing, and I'm not saying these people innocent, See, people confuse when I ask questions and when I give another side. I'm always giving people the other side because I like motherfuckers to think for themselves. People want cheerleaders. People want pom-poms. So if everybody is, yeah, and then you say, okay, well, pause on the yeahs. Won't you look at it like this too? Oh, see, OG, you with that bullshit. See, you looking, you trying to defend it, or you taking up. No, I'm not. You only talking about one side of this shit. Get the other side before you get your fucking heart broke and find out that the other side is where the truth was at, or everything that you was being told wasn't the truth. But people love camaraderie. They love an audience. They love being in a group. Motherfuckers love standing in the crowd, whether that crowd is right or wrong. They just want to be in the crowd, man. I'm cool on the crowd. Tell me what the fuck is really going on.
Right.
Even if I'm standing over there by myself, let me know what's going on.
Don't surprise me.
Yeah, I need to know, okay, because it goes back to asking questions. Somebody, my sister, either one of my sisters, anybody in my family could call me right now, screaming, crying in the phone. My son, my daughter could call me right now, screaming, crying in the phone. Somebody done did something to him. I'm going. Oh, but best believe when daddy get there, it's a whole lot of questions going to get asked. What happened? Okay. Okay, now what did you do? Okay, now how did that start? I need all that. I need all of it. Because if you just go on the notion of what your loved one said to you,
I'm saying your loved ones be wrong.
Dead wrong.
It's a lot of dudes in jail right now for wrong loved ones. So that's just real shit.
That's why I ask questions. Because it's my life and my freedom that's automatically put on the line once you pick up that phone and call this one. So I'm asking questions. Motherfuckers don't like getting no clarity. But I be goddamn if I'm going to lose or potentially lose because I was just too gunshot. So tell me what really happened. But people don't like to do that, man. So that's why you got a lot of people walking around, wearing masks because they don't want to oppose nothing. The man got into an argument with me in the elevator one day because I ain't have a mask on. The man say, "Do you mind if I ask you why you're not wearing a mask?" I said, "No, I don't mind. Ask me." Okay, well, why aren't you wearing a mask? I said, "Because I don't want to." The man say, "Well, that's pretty selfish." I said, "What's selfish about it?" He said, "Because I wear my mask to protect you, and you should wear your mask to protect others." I said, "Let me get this right. You got that mask on your face to protect me." He said, "Yes." I said, "That mask don't protect you?" He said, "No, it doesn't. And I had coronavirus. I was in the hospital." And I said, "Hold on, slow down. You're taking me too fast. I want to make sure I understand what your logic is. You was in the hospital. You had coronavirus." I said, "Do you know about the N95 and K95 masks?" "Yes, those are the best masks to have, but those are for hospital staff." I said, "But you had the virus." I said, "Where did you get your mask from?" He said, "What do you mean? Where did you purchase your mask?" "I got it from a store." I said, "So you was in the hospital with a virus that's killing people, you say, and you gonna wear a mask that's still not gonna protect you, because you said it doesn't protect you, it protects others. You're gonna wear a mask that doesn't protect me. That doesn't protect yourself. You're gonna wear a mask that protects me. And in order for you, somebody who already had coronavirus and was in the hospital with coronavirus, in order for you to be protected, you got to rely on somebody else to wear a mask, and you're okay with that? Now, does that make sense to you, sir?" I wouldn't give a fuck what nobody said. If my mask didn't have a 95 at the end of it, I'm not putting it the fuck on. But you're going to stand there and tell me that from a logical perspective, that it makes sense for you to wear a mask that does not protect you. Just think about that for a second. You wearing some shit that doesn't protect you. And in order for you to be protected, you got to rely on other people that don't know you or give a fuck about you. So why isn't it mandated that the only mask to be sold, distributed, passed out, or given away are masks that effectively protects you and others? Why the fuck am I can go to
those are the ones that's in high demand.
Listen, but that's why when people get to talking that shit, it goes from logic to, oh well, I mean, I'd rather wear something than nothing. You'd rather wear something that doesn't work. Why? So you can look like you fit in. So you can be like everybody else. So nobody will look at you as the outcast. So nobody will say you're not doing your part. So nobody won't say this. So nobody won't say that. I'll wear a mask even if the mask don't work. And that is the absolute dumbest shit in the fucking world to me, bro. That you're going to put something on that don't work. And you know it don't work. But in order to look like everybody else and to feel internally, at least I'm doing my part. What part are you doing? I know some of these motherfuckers that had no fresh air since March.
Nigga been in the house for 6 months.
They had no fresh air since March. They've been in the house, and then when they go outside into the fresh air, they got a fucking mask on. But this is the kicker. They ain't eating right. They ain't exercising. They ain't taking no elderberry, no black seed, no sea moss, no nothing. They not doing shit to enhance the immune system. Nothing but wearing a mask and staying in the fucking house. They're not doing none of the essential things to make themselves healthy. So if you home, scared to death all day watching the news, worried about where the next dollar coming from, worried about this, worried about that, you worried about everything.
Because worry is the number one killer.
Dog, that shit breaks your that breaks your immune system down.
Just talking about that. Worry is the number one killer. You sitting there being scared all day, you know that takes a lot out of you.
Stressing will kill you, man. Stress kills for real. So this is the position.
A lot of people died from the coronavirus just because they was fucking worried. They ain't even have it. They just died because they was worried about getting it. For real. This real shit. A lot of older people.
If you, and this is my personal opinion, this is not a scientific fact or a medical diagnosis. But I feel like something as egregious and aggressive as cancer, if you are diagnosed with it and you catch it early enough, your approach to it and your mentality will be the difference in whether or not you survive it or not. And I believe that wholeheartedly. We can think and feel our way to healing, man.
I mean, sometimes you see that. Like, I heard people, like, a couple of my older dudes, like, you know what I mean, fuck with, they got diagnosed with diabetes and shit. They changed the way they was doing, the way they was eating, and they don't got that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? The shit don't fuck with them like it used to or whatever. But people don't know. Like, it's a lot of pictures being posted with liquor and wine and liquor. I don't see nobody posting like this shit right here, water, for real. Because after you drink all that, see, people really neglect water, but they don't understand how important water is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is when you get into health and fitness and stuff like that, they tell you the most important thing is make sure you drink water. So you drink all that fucking liquor, that liquor is filled with sugar, it's filled with things that's taken away from your immune system. And you don't understand that. And you sitting there, you drink it every day, and you posting it, you think, all right, you think you're doing something, but really, you really fucking yourself up.
And people not paying attention to the fact that the media, the government, they're only telling you things to keep you in fear. They're not telling you to drink water. They're not telling you to drink hot liquids on a daily basis with key lime in it, or like I said earlier, they're not telling you remedies to curtail the virus. They're not giving you remedies. They're not encouraging good health. They're not encouraging fresh air. Everything they tell you is the shit to keep you scared to death. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing that people, are overlooking. They're overlooking that because they listen so much to what these people saying, and this whole pandemic was something that they didn't expect to take place. And when it happened, the way they wanted it to happen, but unexpectedly, it was like, oh shit, we got him. Can you imagine? This shit would not be working the way it's working if people told the government or the state legislators and get the fuck out of here. I'm not closing my business. You got me fucked up. Y'all, for what? I'm not closing shit. If enough people said that, this shit wouldn't have worked.
They got to come up with something else.
They would have had to say, damn it, fuck, we almost fucking had him, John.
People don't know. It's always something around this time. Like, I don't know. It's always something. Like,
had him.
God, everything. Always something. Like, people don't get it by now. Like, it's always something.
They didn't buck. If people would have bucked, if they would have bucked and said, fuck y'all, fuck a mask, I'm not closing shit. If enough people would have did that, they'd have had to go back to the drawing board.
Everybody just ran with it. Got people looking at you crazy because you ain't got no mask on.
I be at the restaurant on my live. They be on my messages. OG, where your mask at? When the fuck I'm supposed to eat with the shit on? It's
people really crazy, man.
Dog, and I don't understand it. Like, you got people like, dog, it's the dumb shit.
That's why I tell people, man, get with your peoples,
Some
man.
motherfuckers only got one mask.
Get with your peoples, get with your family, and just go into your own world as much as possible. Because if you get caught up in this shit right here, you gonna shit how your brain spinning so many places. You really ain't supposed to know what's going on.
It's just about, and I know we can transition, but it's just about, it's really, really imperative that people understand the necessity of thinking for themselves. Like, it's okay to listen to the government. It's okay to listen to media. It's so, like, all of this shit, hate it or love it, it's all a part of our society. It's all a part of the world we live in.
Right.
But you still have been given a brain for a reason. And people really have to start applying that luxury. Like, you can't let somebody tell you some shit and you just go with it without investigation, unless it's just some shit that you want to be mind fucked about. You want to be mind fucked because you don't want to face that, because that's going to make you uncomfortable.
Right.
So I know this shit might not make sense, but because I don't feel like combating that, I'm just going to roll with it. And that's what's going to be the demise of a lot of people.
But imagine if you did that for everything. Like, if you just did that, like, I'm just gonna roll with this shit. Imagine if you, like, we was in the streets, right? And like you said, we going to do some shit, and the nigga I'm going to do it with is dead wrong, right? And he just want to do some stupid shit, right? I'm about to just go with him because of that, for real.
Roll, because I don't want to say nothing against what he doing, so I'm just gonna roll.
Man,
there's a lot of them in the penitentiary too. There's a lot of motherfuckers that didn't see boys in the hood.
I don't have friends mad at me
that didn't know when to get out the car.
Telling them, yo, I see you when you get back.
Right.
I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta. It's about your. It's about your. It's about who. It's about who's around you and like real friends. Like, man, I had a homie, man. I'm talking about, his nigga head was hot as fish grease. He's a hot head, but I used to lie to him sometimes. When he called and asked me, "You home? I need to come get the thing. You home?" Nope. I ain't home. I'm not home, and you not coming to get nothing. Like, cause your ass is gonna go do 16,000 years in jail if I give you this thing. No, I'm not home. But motherfuckers who don't think or don't have no wherewithal, yeah, I'm home. Not only is he coming to get it, he taking you with him. Come on, go with me.
A lot of niggas in jail because of that. Right. They was in their bed with their family chilling and got a phone call from a stupid motherfucker. And that ain't, I mean, it's a lot of mistakes being made. But like I said, this platform here is for the other side. Like, you know what I'm saying? The shit that people don't talk about. So hopefully it's gonna help somebody. Like you said, if you can help one person along the way, then your living ain't gonna be in vain. So hopefully if it helped one person, then we did our job. So
that's all that matter. That's how I operate.
That's it. Honest. We gonna switch it over. We got my man, he go by the name Randy. He's from Tallahassee?
From Quincy, Florida.
Quincy, Florida.
Yes, sir.
He's a credit repair specialist. Now I like to help like the people that listen to me. I like to help them like move on with things, like, cause a lot of hood people, they just be stuck there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes you got to learn new things. Sometimes different people can bring, like a person like myself can bring people that normally wouldn't look for shit like this to just try it out. Right. Now, could you explain the importance of building your credit and stuff like that? Yeah, man. I mean, well, pretty much like credit is the key. You know, you heard Jay-Z say it, you know what I'm saying? Number one thing is credit. So, the purpose of credit is for you to reserve your cash. So if you can leverage credit as much as you can, you know, you can save more, you can watch your finances grow, basically. So ideally what I do, first of all, I'm more so a software engineer. So I've spent like 20 years building apps for Fortune 500 companies, Lockheed, AT&T, various state agencies. So what I decided to do was to think of something innovative to bring to help my people. So what I created was a platform called My Credit 750. So right now I'm in the beta phases of it. We're getting close to launching. But pretty much what I did personally was I took people that I knew. That's why Baz started off like he's only going to work with people that that are referred. So pretty much what I did was I took the referral process.
Get you one of those.
Yes, right here.
Get you one of those.
He said, "I'm gonna cut it short."
Platinum. You understand me? He ain't nothing to, fuck all that. He ain't nothing to play with. Get your shit straight. There's a few more in here too.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want to pull them all out.
Hey, but, put them out.
You know, that's thanks to you.
Yes, sir.
Oh man. Yeah. And you got to be referred to get to you, right?
We'll play Uno with these motherfuckers. Different colors. Draw 4. You understand me? Yeah. He
draw some bottles.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And these ain't no little limit either.
Oh no, definitely. But the object of the game is, man, to take you from because a lot of people don't know about credit. Like it could take one thing that can show up on your credit and drop your score 150, 200 points. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could have like all those cars he just had. If he paid them all on time, never been late, a collection could pop up. He may be 750 before the collection. When that collection hits you, man, you 620, which puts you in a position not to even buy a car or do anything. So ideally, through my program, we try to we try to research and we do an analysis of your credit first and just see what can we dispute as inaccurate, derogatory, and from there, we take the legal processes of removing those items that are inaccurate but derogatory.
Okay.
So back to what I was saying about the app portion of it is pretty much what I did was I operated myself as a credit company. And I just took, I built the app and automated the process to where it may take me 5 minutes to build all the legal documents and to repair somebody's credit before I, do the next round of things that are needed. So typically other credit companies will be able to leverage my platform and pay a licensing fee. I built so many apps for like corporate clients, and I said, man, shoot, let me figure out something that my people can use, but also try to show other business credit specialists how to streamline their process. Because the problem with a lot of credit companies is that you'll pay them a fee, and you may not see no results for 90 days. It may not be that they got ill will to not fix your credit, but it's just mainly that they got so many files that they're doing by hand. So ideally, I created a solution to market to other credit specialists to streamline their process.
Okay.
Yeah. So you yourself can be an agent. That way you don't have to refer to me. You could be an agent.
All right, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, what I mean? I appreciate it.
Yes.
You hear that? I'm about to be agent. I don't even know what the fuck that is yet, but I know one thing.
We'll tell you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you know what it'll do? Like when I first saw him doing this shit, I'm like, yo, that shit is ill, because I know a lot of people that do credit repair, but like you said,
right,
they be taking it be taking people so long. It'd be like a 60 to 90.
Right.
They tell you 90 days.
Right.
Yeah.
And the reason why they tell you that, is 90 days is because all of the legwork that they have to put in the time, because it's like if they got 5 applications that they got to deal with, like they got to do each one of these people manually by hand and but see what he did, he cut the process down. So instead of it taking you 4 hours to do an application, you can have that shit done in 10, 15 minutes and you on to your next person.
Right.
With the app that he put together. Because so now people don't have to take all the, he put the shit together where they go through these steps and processes. Now, instead of something taking you, like I said, 4 or 5 hours to do and fix somebody's shit, you fixing one person credit in 15, 20 minutes.
Right.
Okay.
So imagine how many you can do with that app if you're the person who knows how to repair credit, but you got his process to complete to go through your app go through your applicants.
Yeah.
That was smart. You build apps. You
I
do
build
software
apps.
engineering.
I build software. Yeah.
Okay.
Software.
Well, you got to be smart to do that, cause shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm like, I ain't really computer savvy. I'm like computer okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
This is my Kareem Akbar.
oh, okay.
New Jack City. This is my Kareem Akbar.
He's building the programs.
Yeah, this is my Kareem Akbar.
Okay. Well, I ain't coming by the Carter.
No, the Carter is no longer in existence. Yeah, the Carter has been forever torn down. Believe that.
Now I come to y'all Carter. I'm not going to Kareem Akbar Carter. If y'all invite me, I'll come to. But that Carter over there, nah.
Yeah, we got a new.
There's a lot going on in there.
Newfound Carter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we gonna wrap it up. Like I said, I knew this was gonna be a good one, so I appreciate you. Like I said, I don't know these guys from a hole in the wall. I just reached out to him. He said, I like the show you did. And I'm gonna do it. And I said, all right. And he made it happen. And like I said, this is big for me. So I appreciate you.
No,
man,
it's all good, Playboy. Like my whole premise before we go, man, just so people understand how I operate. Like my background is in the music industry, right? I started an internship in Philly when I was 17 in high school, and throughout my tenure going through the industry, I done seen a lot of independent artists. I done seen a lot of girls that want to be models. I done seen a lot of people trying to chase their dreams and aspirations, and a lot of them, this is all they had. You know what I'm saying? And then I've seen a lot of people who won't help them. I've seen a lot of people be like, oh yeah, nah, see, well, my status won't let me do this, and my platform is too big for that, and you got to be careful who platform you go on. Like, my thing is never get too big for the people. That's me. That's how I operate. That's how I move. Like, you can have 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, or you can have 332 followers. If you reach out to me and ask me to do something that can be helpful to you, and it's within my means and my time and my schedule to do it, and it's not no silly shit, we're going to get it popping. Because if everybody had a mind frame of everybody was in this position before. See, people forget when they was in the position of needing. People forget when they was in the position of asking. People forget when they was in the position of nobody wouldn't help them. So I forever stay in that mind frame. So when somebody that I see is really trying to grind, and they really trying to do something, and they're not really trying to finesse because they just want some likes, or like, I stay away from that type of goofy shit. Yeah. But if somebody really trying to build something, somebody really trying to do something, and they thought enough of me or what I'm doing, it's a give take. I understand, like, damn, he got a big platform, a lot of people know him, it'll be good to have him on my shit. So it's advantageous to them, but at the same time, it's advantageous to me because I'm gonna get the blessings. I'm gonna get the blessings for doing it. They gonna get what they gonna get out of it, but I'm gonna get blessed for helping somebody that somebody else in my position probably wouldn't have done to help them. So that's why I don't mind doing it.
And that's real. I appreciate you for that, man. For real.
No, copy that.
Because people don't do that. Like, seriously.
Yeah, no, this shit ain't that deep, dog.
Well, listen, let the people know how they can get to you.
I'm untouchable virtually, but essentially I'm untouchable.
Let's keep it viral.
Nah, I mean, I'm right now.
He one of them real gangsters that got chubby and moved to Miami for real. They don't die, they get chubby and moved to Miami.
My primary source of being contacted is Instagram at the moment, Shabazz the OG, and then we have a new platform that'll be coming out pretty soon, very soon, the TMT Digital Network, but it'll be tmtdn.com. So right now, Instagram is the best place.
Okay. So, Instagram at Shabazz the OG.
Shabazz the OG, that's right.
You can't get the Randy.
No, you can't get the Randy.
Because you got to be referred. So, you got to go through Shabazz the OG or me, his new agent.
That's right.
We're going to wrap it up. Y'all know me, DONMELLO at DONMELLO on Instagram. I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you guys for coming through. And we out of here.
Copy
Copy that.
Hello.